Hello everybody, assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's continue with our question paper solving. Okay. So we were solving May 2020 question paper. Okay. So we did up to this. Okay. So let's solve this one. Okay. So so here they are asking for the total variable cost. Total variable cost for the month of May. You're advised to show your working. So here you need to identify which one is variable cost and which one is fixed cost. Okay, so rent is a fixed cost, and advertising is a fixed cost, and because it does not change as output changes. Okay, and raw material is variable cost, and labor is also a variable cost. Okay, so we have to add these two. So 15,000 plus 2,000, 17,000. Okay, so that's the answer. Let's move to the next question. Takeover. So takeover is when like one company is buying another company. Okay, that's takeover. Okay. Okay, let me show you from the mark scheme. The question number is 1E. See? 2. Okay, so one farm is buying control of another farm. Okay, so that means like if you have ownership, okay, if you have maximum ownership, then you'll have a control over another farm. Okay, okay. Next is describe one reason why demand for a product usually becomes more price elastic over time. So there are many factors in the book. Okay, so you can use any one of them. Let's see which one they used. Okay, and they use time. Okay, time is an important factor of price elasticity of demand. Let's see what they wrote. So in the short run, customers may not be able to find an alternative. So we need time to look for alternative. So so that's why in the short run we are price inelastic. Okay, like demand for goods or services is price inelastic because we don't have any alternative to switch to. Okay, but in the long run, what happened? We'll find a substitute and we can switch. Okay, so time is an important factor. Okay, so you just need to explain that factor. Okay, next is this one. Okay, so it's a 9 marks question. So many people struggle for this in this kind of question, but just I'll show you. We'll just break it down. It will seem easy. Okay, so instead of reading the case verse, we'll read the question. Okay, it will help you to more on private sector ownership. In Japan, health, education, and street lighting are often provided by public sector ownership. But Japan also produces a high quant- quantity of electric electronic goods used for entertainment. Okay, so you can see that like Cuba is mostly depending on the government and the public sector, and Japan is mostly depending on the private sector. Okay, so let's see. Okay, okay, so 2G, which one is open? H. Oh, we missed G. Okay, let's discuss H first, then we'll go back to G. So see the how it starts. This try to start with a definition. Okay, show off your knowledge that you know about this topic. Okay, so see at the beginning they are providing two definition. Okay, definition of public sector and definition of private sector. Mm, See, the public sector is when government organizations provide goods and services in a country, in an economy. Okay, and private sector is on the other hand are like it is provided by the individual or group of individual. Okay, and see, they also give the definition of economic problem. You can also do that. The economic problem is what, how, or when, for whom to produce. When there are finite resources to meet infinite wants. Okay, so our wants are unlimited, right? Okay, so to fulfill those unlimited wants, we need to uh, use our finite resources. Okay, that's why this is the economic problem, because it's not possible to fulfill your unlimited want with your scarce or finite resources. Okay. So now so that's the first part. See this. This is the first part. You'll just mention you're mentioning three definition, and in the next part, what will we do? We'll try to link it with the case, and try to support what the case is saying, that private sector is providing some in some country. Uh, okay, so see what's there, that in the private sector businesses sorry, in the private sector, businesses such as those producing electronics in Japan are likely to want to meet the business objective of profit maximization. Okay, so profit maximization is an important thing. Like, because of profit maximization, what will the firms do? They will try to keep their cost low. Okay, and they'll try to provide a good kind of services, right? High quality services, forces of the demand and supply. Mhm. Okay, then next it says that it may therefore rely more on private sector. Okay, like we're supporting Japan in this case, because this is likely to be more efficient, as you are doing less wastage than when producing goods and services for the consumer wants, such as clothes, leisure, and entertainment. So this would mean private sector ownership is more effective in solving the economic problem. Okay, so here we are using the case of Japan and supporting that. Yeah, this is the uh, this is better to by using private sector is better to solve the economic problem. Next we have this one. Now, in this part, in this evolution part, we will do what? We are assessing this question. So what we are doing, we are saying, telling the other part of the story now. Okay, so we'll start. We can start with a however, or on the other hand. Okay, and now we will be supporting the public sector. Okay, see that with public sector ownership, the best interest of the public are more likely to be the main objective. Therefore, reliance on mostly public sector ownership is like to be more effective for goods and services that may not be produced in high enough quantities by private sector ownership, such as education, health, and street lighting. Okay, so for think about these sectors. For these sectors, you need to come up with public sector, because private sector won't be interested in this much. Like, there are private schools, there are private healthcare systems, but is it enough for all the people of the country? No, most of the people will be left out if it is provided by private sector only, right? So that's why public sector is better in providing them. Okay, and think about street light. Like, street light is totally provided by the public sector, because it's very difficult to charge to a passerby of a street light trying to solve the economic problem. Okay, so now we are supporting with the case of Cuba. You can use more example, like there are other examples used in the case, so you can use them and support that. Yeah, Cuba is doing a good job over here, right? Okay, so in this kind of question, see the question again. Say it's the command word over here is SS. So you need to mention about both side of the question. Okay, you talked about the public sector as well as the private sector with the help of the case, right? But you don't need a conclusion over here. Okay, for the 12 mark question you need to give a conclusion, it's mandatory. But here for 9 marks question, no conclusion is required. Okay, you, but you must talk about the both side. Okay, otherwise. Mm, okay. Sorry, there was some technical problems. I can't see the question you asked. Mm, okay, let me see here. Okay, yeah, now it's working. Okay, so okay, so we have good morning from Zunaid Zahir, Nafisa Sayara. Good morning, Sabrina. Good morning, Faiza. Good morning, Faiza again said good morning. Okay, so Faiza has a question here, sir. In the mock, can we use pencil to draw demand and supply curve, or is it a must to use a pen? Mm, pen is a must, but if you are not confident with pen, then you can use pencil, but you have to you darken the picture. Okay, it should be, the main purpose is to make the pictures clear. Okay, so yeah, if you're not confident with pen, then okay, you can use pencil, but it has to be a very dark pencil. Okay, because otherwise it will be difficult for you to understand. Okay. Okay, then Sarah Orpita said good morning. Good morning. Sorry, the internet is again. Okay, so let me see whether there is any more question. No, mostly good mornings. Okay, so Sarah Orpita, good morning. Samin, yes, good morning. Ishmam, good morning. Okay. Okay, so let me know if you have any more questions. Okay, so yeah, and someone asked me to upload the questions or mark schemes, the latest papers, but sorry, I'm not allowed to do that. Okay, I asked the authorities. Okay, so I'm going through all the question papers, and you'll have the videos. Yeah, those videos will be already also available. So I can't upload the question papers. Maybe there are some restrictions from the Excel or something. But you can get it from the video. Okay, I'm going through all the whole question paper. Okay. Okay, let's do number G. Okay, so in the UK, the speed limit for drivers in urban areas is 30 miles per hour, so 48 kilometers per hour. So, explain one reason why the UK government may use fines to reduce the negative externalities caused by drivers speeding in urban areas. Okay, so when people are speeding, okay, what happens that maybe it's an enjoyable thing for the people who's riding, but people surrounding this speeding car faces problem because of sound pollution or accident, or other consequences, negative consequences are there. So the question is asking for a reason why government is using fine. Okay, so let's see. So yeah. So one reason is that this is a simple answer. One reason is that a fine may encourage the driver to stay within the speed limit because driving too fast may cause accidents. Therefore, fines are likely to reduce the number of accidents and reduce negative externalities. Okay. So this is an important reason. Okay. So but you can use other reasons as well. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a very good reason. Okay, let's move to the next question. 3A. Okay. So, which one of the following is most likely to cause a shift to the left in the supply curve? So, when supply curve shifts to the left, when supply falls, right? So, see that increased indirect taxes. Yes, when indirect tax is imposed, what happens? The cost of production may rise, and there will be leftward shift. Okay, cost reduction will have a rightward shift. Subsidies will lead to a rightward shift. Decrease in advertising is a demand factor. This is not a supply factor. Okay, so number A is the answer. Then number B, which one of the following best describes an income elasticity of demand? Of 2.6. So see the 2.6, and it's a positive value. If it is a positive value, then definitely this is a normal good. Okay, so yeah, we don't have any normal good over here as an option, but we have inferior. So it's not inferior because this inferior means that there will be a, when there is a negative value, it's inferior, but we have a positive value over here, so A is not the answer. Okay, and unitary is when the value is 1, so here it's not 1, it's 2.6. And luxury is when the value is more than 1. Okay, yeah, so this is the answer because the value is more than 1. Okay, and you can also think about it elastic. If the option was elastic, this could be the answer as well. Okay, and it's not inelastic. Okay, it's elastic. Okay, so C is the answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, so you'll get a position like this. Okay, and now what you have to do, you have to draw a ppf curve. Okay, so production possibility frontier. So for that can produce diaries or calendar. Okay, on your ppf draw, what would happen if production of calendars increased? Okay, so you had two options. You can produce diaries and or calendar. So if you increase the production of calendar, then you need to sacrifice diaries, right? You have to reduce the production of diaries. Okay, so that's it. Let me show the graph. Maybe it's here. Yeah. Okay. See, you're reducing. So there's a downward arrow for diary, and there is a rightward arrow for calendar. Okay, so this means that you are increasing the production of calendar and reducing the production of diaries. Okay, so within the ppf curve you can uh, do these options. Okay, then number D. So, with reference to the data above and your knowledge of economics, analyze why the Turkish government might want to increase the minimum wage every year. So, Turkish government is increasing minimum wage because maybe the goods and services are becoming expensive. So the living standard is becoming very expensive, costly. So maybe this increase in minimum wage will help them. The betterment of the standard of living will increase. Okay, so let's go through the case. Each year, the Turkish government raises the national monthly minimum wage. It increased from 2020 Turkish lira in 2018 to 2,558 Turkish lira in 2019. Okay, so yeah. So we got an evidence that yeah, it's increasing, and so let's go through the mark scheme. Okay. So it's a 6 mark question. So try to at least provide 6 sentences, 6 useful sentences. Okay. So you can start with the definition again. So see, there's no definition over here, but I think you can easily provide a definition of minimum wage. Okay, so this is the minimum amount that the workers are entitled to get paid. Okay, okay, according to the law. Okay, the workers, yeah, the farms cannot pay below this amount. Okay, then you can link with the Turkish government's case and say that the minimum wage sets the lowest wage which can legally be paid in Turkey. So in Turkey, you cannot pay lower than that amount, and the Turkish government has increased the amount. Okay. Mm, and they increase the amount by 538, which is the difference between 2020 and 2558. Okay, so difference is 538 Turkish lira. Okay, so you have an evidence, you're using an evidence and also doing some calculations, you'll get mark for that. Okay, then next is this would further improve the incomes of the lowest paid workers in Turkey. Okay, so the low paid worker will get benefit out of it. Then by ensuring a higher income is paid, the government is attempting to provide a better lifestyle for the people who is previously struggling. By increasing the minimum age, the government is reducing the need of the support from the government. Okay, okay. So we are running to time. So that's all for today. Okay, thank you. See you in the next class. We'll start with 3E. Okay, thank you, everybody.